Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys, as you can tell by the title of the video, how to make your own homemade turkey tote or turkey sling, whatever you want to call it. Basically, this is to help you haul your bird out. So when you shoot your bird, you got this strap here, you put his head and his legs through here, cinch them up, and then you can sling it over your shoulder however you want, so you don't have to worry about holding the legs the whole time walking out. I've recently seen a lot of people using these, and I thought it was a great idea because it is kind of a pain in the butt, and their legs are really bony and dig right into your shoulder blades. So really thought this was a really good idea, and so I started making them, and I've actually got 3 made. I got one made for Dad, one made for Sloss, one made for my other buddy, and then I'm finishing my last one for myself. So I will show you all the materials and everything and how we make these. It's really simple. I saw actually other YouTube video that guy making these for as a turkey sling slash shed hunting sling, but these are the ones I'm making are specifically for turkey. Basically just have the 2 straps to cinch your leg and head with, and then got a nice little carabiner here to hang it on if you need to hang the bird up or anything like that as well. So I'll show you the materials here now, and then we'll dive into how to make this thing. Alright, so guys, all you really need is actually paracord. This is 550 paracord, and this is actually just cord that I have from our western hunts to hang game meat with, which we haven't used yet. So I thought this would be a great time to use one of them. I mean, we have a ton of it, and it's so cheap. You can buy this for like, I don't know, $10 on Amazon or anywhere you can find it. And so that's all you need there. And then you don't need this, but I got these little cheap carabiners on Amazon, like a pack of 5 of them or something for like $10. I actually bought them for like hanging stuff on the truck when we're camping and stuff, but they thought they'd be a perfect addition to this, just to have to hang your bird off of or whatnot. And then also it gives you a anchor point for your middle rope there, as you can kind of tell, that's hidden underneath all the ties there to latch onto, basically to have the one end with that. So you really just need this paracord, and then I also have a tape measure. So basically I've gotten this down now for how long for the length of I've been making these. It seems to be that you need about 8 feet on each side of paracord, and then you also have a couple little strings, but we'll get into that. But basically a tape measure, which I mean everybody has one of these to measure out your rope, and then really just paracord, scissors. I don't have scissors here yet, but also scissors as well. But I'll set this up to basically show you how I make mine, and I'll show you me measuring it and everything, and then we'll dive into how to make the knots, and then just show you the process. I'll probably do a quick time lapse of going through the whole process down to the bottom here, and then show you what I typically do at the end. So we'll get into it now. Alright folks, so first what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to give you an estimate. This has been the typical length I've made these, so it's about 18 inches. So what you're going to start off doing first is do a loop like this, and measure a loop however long you want to make it. There's no, exact match here with however long. Let me hold this here. How long to make it, but that's just kind of what I've done. So what I've done now is basically just kind of eyeball this up, and like I said, it doesn't have to be an exact match, just there's nothing that needs to be perfect here, which makes it really easy. So there's about 18 inches there. I might just give it a little bit more length, and then I'll cut this. So then you have basically your loop that starts this whole thing. And what I do next is this is where I'll loop this and just basically set it up like this, because you want this to be even throughout the whole thing, and then that's where you'll begin doing your tie. Okay. Alright guys, so we got it all set up now. I got Mom behind the camera because I need a camera person. So we got it set up here. I like to tie this off to a object just to keep it taut when you're making this, and just keep it at the same spot after you keep making the knots, because when you make the knots you're going to keep doing loops, and you want it to basically stay at the same spot. So I looped the end I cut that's going to be underneath all the knots. That's going to be basically your sling part. And now we got my 8.5 feet of paracord here that I cut and measured, so it's 8.5 each way. So you put the loop like this, and you keep these cords parallel underneath your sling part. And so just because it's so long, I'm going to slide this down and kind of do it this way. So you got them here, still parallel. You're going to go one, you're going to keep them underneath. You're going to go the one over top, and then the one that's underneath is going to go over the two, over your two sling cords and go underneath the loop. And then you're basically just going to keep pulling this. You're going to pull these two cords together. I'm going to just do it fast here. And just to get this cord here. But basically this is going to be your knot. So then they just kind of loop together like this. And you want to make sure your thing's still taut here or even right here. And then you kind of pull it up to here. And this is going to be your knot. So then this just looks like this is your how every knot's going to be. And you just kind of cinch them tight. Now I'm not cinching them really tight right now because basically the other thing you want to make sure is, as you can tell here, I have only like 3 feet of cord here and however many cord here. So you want to make sure these are even when you do this. So you have enough cord on each side basically when you start making all the other knots down the thing. So you, okay. So guys, so we got the strings matching up now. I cinched the loop down so you see that it's right there. And one thing you always want to do is just when you get the loop, just make sure you cinch it down. And then I always pull it all the way up so it's right up against the carabiner. And then as you go down the line, you'll make sure it's up against the next knots. So now we're ready to start the whole process. So basically you're just going to alternate each side. So where basically how I've noticed it, it's wherever the knot isn't is the side that you start your loop on. So when it's like the flat side, this is the side you'll do your loop. So I have all the cord here. And so I'll make my loop so you come underneath with your loop part, and then you're going to go over your tag end over here, and you're going to pull this side and go through the loop like you did on the first one. And then basically now you're just going to move them out, and they should be even now that you kind of made sure they're even. And then you just kind of cinch them up again, and as you see here, and you cinch it down, push it up a little, and then now you got your next knot on the other side. And now you'll basically do the same thing. So now we'll do a loop on this side, come underneath and go over the top for the next one, and then we'll keep repeating that process. But now this is where I add my first loop or my first sling part for the head or the legs. And so what I do is I come in here and I just do a normal square knot, like you're tying your shoes before you make your loops. So I just come in here, make this square knot, and then just tighten it up. And you know, it doesn't have to be super tight, but put that up against there. And then like I said, so now I'm gonna leave that tag end out. And what I like to do is now I'll do my next loop for, and I'll leave this other tag on over top, and I'll do my next loop. So I'll go underneath again, go over top of the other tag, and then come through the loop with this tag in, pull it through. And then basically what happens here is when you make your sling part, this cinches down your knot that's going to hold, be your other part of the sling for the head or the legs. So it comes over top, and then you can basically lock it in. It locks itself in, and you don't have to do a bunch of knots and make all these knots with it. So, because then now you're just going to keep continuing to go down the line with your knots. And I'll just cinch this up. And there you go. And then what you can do is if you want, you can add knots and stuff here. And I'll just save that for the end. But now I'll just continue this process, and I'll make another loop here, go underneath, put this loop through here. And you just keep continuing this process, just offsetting whatever side. You just keep switching sides for the loops. And then you just keep going down the line, and you'll start seeing that you'll form your sling into a nice, comfortable sling. So I'll keep going through this. I'll do this, and then we'll come back to you when I get to the bottom of it, and we can show you my last edits to this turkey sling. Okay, ready. All right, going. All right, folks, so I'm going to show you now, a little bit easier to see now the whole loop process as we're at the last couple here and basically about to finish this off. So, as I said, when you have your flat side, go around, you go underneath and go over the other loop, and then you just come back through here and just cinch it down just like this. And I usually just move it up, cinch it, and then I wrap it around my things and then cinch it down really tight. So, now what I'm going to do is we're going to add our last loop. These can be, this is, I don't know, probably around 18 inches long, just to give you enough room to make your loops for your legs and head, just to make sure you're not short on it. So again, we're gonna do the same thing. Make just a square knot like you'd make on your shoe. Tighten that down, and then we're gonna push it up to the knot, and then like we're gonna do what we did before, we're gonna come underneath, and then we are going to go over top of both of those, and then we're going to come underneath this one. So of course when you get down here, it makes it a little tougher when you got a short thing here, but then we're just gonna cinch this up, and this is locked in basically. And then we're gonna do one more here. Just actually I might do one more too. Just one more. Yeah, this is all preference based. I just like to add more so it doesn't come loose. And then basically now your sling's basically done. So what I like to do now is I'll just do some other loops just to basically cinch this off and basically kind of get it knotted up at the end here so it doesn't come loose. And you can do these however you want. I like to just kind of do these kind of like square knots over top of each other here, just to really tie them off. And then I also sometimes what I like to do at the end is I'll do another one here, and then tie one more, do like a square knot here. Like I said, this is all just personal preference, however you want to end it. But then what I'll do is I'll tighten these way down. And so these are all your tag ends. So what I'll do is I'll trim off these tag ends once I cinch it down a little bit more, and then I'll burn the ends. And then how you make your, oh wow, a little too much pulling there. Now how to make your loop for your head and legs. You do go over, under, do like you're doing a square knot. But instead of doing another knot on there, you do it on your other loop again. And then you basically have your movable knot here. And I'll do the same thing. I'll just cinch this down, cut the end off, and then I will burn the ends. And then there you go. And then I'll do the same thing on this one. I'll just show you. And then go back through on the same loop side. And there you go. So then you got your two loops, and then you got your ends, and then you just trim them up, and then we will burn them so they basically so they don't come loose. Well guys, here's the completed product as you saw there. So what I do is once I tighten these all down, I'll tighten them all down and pull them out with pliers and stuff. Then I will burn the ends right here, as you can tell, so they don't come loose and then they don't keep fraying. And when you burn the ends, it gets really hard, so then basically you're not really worried about them pulling through the knots. But that's it. That is the completed turkey sling. So the last one I needed to make for the season, and excited. But I think it's a great addition to your turkey vest, and I think it'll be really useful. Excited to try it out. Well, hopefully get to try it out this year and kill a bird. Got 3 tags to fill, got Dad's tag to fill, a couple buddies, so excited. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions on this, how I do these, if you guys have any, and then we'll catch you on the next one. But if you guys like these type of videos, like these homemade videos, I like to do some of this stuff when I can make it on my own. I can make more of these as well, and we'll get you some more turkey content out as we get closer to season. So thanks for watching. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe to the channel, and if you want, you can hit the little notification button when I upload videos to know when the next one's up, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.